different from each other. And there's really one thing that has drawn us. Could you turn off the lights just for a moment? Wow. Do you see a very small light here? Can anybody see that little light? Yeah? Okay. So what has drawn us really is all of us at some point in our life, we realized we were in darkness. This holiday that's coming up at the end of the month is kind of a dark holiday in some ways. It's also a fun holiday. But we realized we were in darkness and we were drawn toward a light. Sometimes that light seemed very small. Sometimes that light caught a lot of our attention. We could turn the lights back on again. For myself, I'll tell, I used to believe that there was no God. I was an atheist. So for me, my life in some ways was very dark. I had very little light in it. But that light got my attention and I became more curious to know what it was. And sometimes I saw that light in the beauty of the world around me. Sometimes I saw that light in the love between other people. Sometimes I saw that light in things that I read in the Bible. The main thing that I finally realized was that light was coming to one source, and that source was the Creator of the world, who became a man and lived among us. That is the one sentence that summarizes a big part of the message that Christians believe. We believe that the God who created the world, before the world began, He was love. That the prophet said that one time He would come into history and save all of us from the darkness inside of us that each of us struggles with. There's this dark things. You want to do the good thing, but there's the bad things that are there still. So we were drawn towards that light, and we believe that this one who came into the world came according to many predictions, many prophecies that the prophets said ahead of time, where he would be born, how he would die, that he would be betrayed by his close friend, and that after he died he would come back to life, because the light that is from God can never be put out. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never overcome it. If you put light and darkness in the same room, what happens? Does the darkness sometimes overtake the light? No, it never does. The light always overcomes the darkness. There may be places that are shadows. Like here, there's a shadow under the table. So this is a brief summary of the message that we as Christians believe. We know that many of you are coming here are not from a background where you've thought much about Christianity, or maybe you have different ideas about who Jesus is. But we wanted to just express that that's what draws us together from different backgrounds, different ages, different cultures, is that light of Jesus. So I'm going to pray in two different ways, and if you feel that God is speaking to you in some way tonight, you can join me in one of these two prayers. In one of the prayers, at the beginning, I'm going to pray